And yeah, gonna be starting off game 1, Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't know if these two have played before. Since JADO, definitely a bit of a newer face to Colorado, and Mando, not the most active player. I'm not sure when they would have met, but this will definitely be an interesting set. Ooh, I like the wave bounce from JADO. He's definitely very proficient with the movement that Youngling has. And he definitely has a good bit of Min-Min experience. I believe him and Gwyn have played a handful of times. Him and Chunkers have had a few matchups. Last season, Chunkers and JADO played once, and Chunkers won that meeting. But it'll definitely be a good experience to kind of get the matchup knowledge down. I have no idea where my commentary partner is supposed to be, so I'm just going to be talking for a while, I seem. But that's okay. That's what I signed up for. I'm not getting paid for this. Mando takes the first stock. There are 3 Min-Mins in the top 12 of this bracket. 2 in the top 8. And the only reason we didn't have 3 in the top 8 is because 2 of them had to play to make top 8. What a game we play. Back to the match, though. JADO going to be evening it back up, not taking too much extra credit. Youngling can definitely struggle with kill all the time, but as we saw in Smirk's set against Mando, that Nair, that offstage presence, just kind of able to throw it out in the drop zone to where Min-Min is trying to recover, could be a really good tool for JADO, especially because of how good a tool Nair is. It could really serve him well in the edge guarding front if he's not able to seal the stocks off, seal the stocks out on stage as much. Thank you. I mean, even then, Mando sealing it out pretty quick and taking a stock lead in this game 1. Sealing it out pretty well. Hello, hello.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Mando currently getting a bit of a nothing too much, especially here with this arrow uppy taking the stock. But Mando for a minute there was doing a pretty good job of like taking a lead. I know from talking with JADO before this set, he
goes to the inside.
Yeah, he feels comfortable against Min-Min, but he was discussing this idea with me of the punch card, which is that every 3 games he is going to get 3 stocked because he is just that susceptible to getting cheesed.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember. I believe JADO and Gwyn have played a handful of times. I know he played Chunkers once last season, and Chunkers won that meeting. So I'm sure he has the experience, but I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it.
He played Chunkers earlier today in the crew battles, and he got 3 stocks when Chunkers only had 1 stock left.
Is that how you guys lost?
Yep. But it looks like JADO's doing a great job turning that around. Oh, never mind. That pivot grab was actually in world reaches.
I mean, it's hard to say which player is better between Mando and Chunkers. Both of them currently occupying the same part of bracket, loser 7ths. But this will be the real test. As long as JADO doesn't get 3 stock, we can definitively say that Chunkers is the better player.
This is true.
So, I mean, a lot riding on the line for Mando. Maybe about $50 more and the title of best Min-Min in Colorado.
Of course. Unfortunately, this will mean that Gwen no longer has that title locked up.
Did she ever?
It's tough to say.
I think maybe Gwen had the title 2 seasons ago when Mando wasn't going to anything and Chunkers wasn't going to anything.
I think Acid had it then.
I don't know. They both beat Olive as their best win,
true.
so it's hard to say.
It's really up in the air.
Really, it's like comparing apples and apples. They have the same resume. Going to be going back to PS2, though. I believe we'll be seeing a lot of this stage throughout the top 8.
I can't imagine. I don't know. It feels, at least, I don't know. This matchup is so interesting because I really don't know how JADO gets in ever.
Does he need to, though? He needs to at least get back
I feel
to
like
match.
he's going to need to do it at least once or twice.
But, I mean, we were seeing kind of before in the Star Game 1 that you weren't here for. He was using the movement, like the wave bouncing V reverses off a boomerang and arrows to really good effect to not necessarily get in, but weave around Min-Min's arms and still apply pressure from a distance. So it might not be a case of him getting in, but him just kind of playing at a range that's more comfortable a bit further away.
Ooh, very good shield pressure there. Noticing that Mando really just wants to jump out of shield, especially since after that game 1 loss when Mando tried to rip up smash out of shield, forgetting that Youngling's aerials actually have no end lag ever and are just unpunishable.
Yeah, no, God forgot to add in Joker's hurt box and Youngling's end lag. So, and now we're forced to deal with the consequences of that, as we have both Joker and Youngling in this top 8. And 2 minions, don't forget.
And 2 minions. I love living here in beautiful Colorado.
I am out of here.
Have a good night.
Goodbye to Fluxnar and Judge. Everyone in the Twitch chat, let them know.
No one's in the Twitch chat.
No one's in the Twitch chat. No one's here watching this exciting set between Mando and JADO.
We had a few people in earlier.
That did 40.
We had a few people in earlier during the Kame G money set that went to game 5. That was a busy one. But since then, crickets.
I see the vision, but that was intriguing.
If he had turned it around and been facing the other way, he would have caught Mando rolling. But
or let it rip perhaps a little bit earlier.
Unfortunately.
Either way, he was right, but he was just wrong. You feel me? You know?
Yeah, no, this is going to be tough for JADO to bring back game 2.
I think it's going to be really hard for JADO to win this one.
It's going to be even tougher now that we're going into game 3.
I'm just not really seeing the line where JADO still manages to take game 2. I think Mando adapted really, really well. Maybe there's a chance, but...
I think the line involves time travel.
No, Mando did a really good time that game of just realizing that if he throws out the arms in the places that JADO will be, they will hit.
You think he would have figured that out faster?
A noticeable change from his game 1 plan.
Yeah, no, going back to PS2, I believe, incredible. How do I know it?
What a shocker.
Yeah. No, I mean, these are kind of 2 players in the same tier gap of Colorado, where they're both like around that lower end of the PR, HM range, but Mando hasn't quite made it yet. Got HM the 1 season where they were eligible, and now trying to punch the ballot on this season. JADO making PR before, will probably be PR this past season. It's not been released yet. Who knows? It's impossible to tell.
I think it's really interesting because both of these players occupy that same sort of skill range, the 7, 8, 9, 10. But I think what's interesting, Mando, extremely volatile as a player. I've watched him beat, like, I think he beat, who did he beat that one Smos that he was really good at?
He beat Acid, Ping, Ven twice.
Right. I was trying to remember if he beat Ping or not, but, like, that's crazy. And then you look at JADO, you know, maybe his highs aren't that high.
But he will win Boulder every time he goes.
It's true. And Mando also lost to Rovi and like Blehhhh. Not to imply that those are bad players, but just I don't think JADO.
But like they're not in the top 8. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I believe both of them might have placed 17th tonight, which at a tournament like this, very respectable.
Of course.
No one's mad at getting 17th.
No, I'm mad about getting 25th.
You got 17th.
Oh. No one would be mad about getting 17th here tonight.
Yeah. No, but I mean, right now, JADO just kind of proving the consistency, sticking with his game plan, and it working out very well. Having kind of the first lead that we've seen him have, since even in the first game that he won, it was very even, and he was even playing on the back foot for part of it.
Yeah, doing a much better job of just really controlling the state of the game. It feels, you know, commentators curse, but it feels like Mando is just sort of unable to do his game plan of putting the arms where he thinks JADO will be, because JADO's just doing a great job not being there.
It does kind of feel like whoever gets to the beat first of fire arrow or arm wins. But that could also be a massive oversimplification of these 2 incredibly in-depth characters.
Of course.
Yeah. And this incredibly detailed, deep game that we play for money. I wish we had a commentator cam.
Yeah, put us middle of the screen. Just cover everything.
Yeah, no, actually have the commentator cam and then have the game play in a low corner.
Yeah.
That's what the people
You're here
really
for
came
us.
here for.
Oh my god.
Even game.
That was stupid as hell. I'll say it.
That's kind of what we saw.
Mando with a genius roll read there on the F smash, predicting that Megawatt is going to kill it.
Predicting that JADO would in fact do anything.
Really, one of the better players.
This is kind of what we saw in his set against Smirk. Even in the situations where he was down, he has that X factor of fully charged Megawatt F smash, of Dragon F smash into Dragon Laser.
Oh, shit,
and he's able to get those kills at like 60% or so. And keep it even, and even in a game where he is losing.
Mando's done a really great job just swinging this game around. Like, you saw that little footstool dare out of shield. Like, he's... Why do I bother saying anything? Every time who's the stock market guy where every time he says something, the opposite happens?
I don't know. I don't invest in the stock market, thankfully.
It's a good idea. But I'm invested in this game that's going on here. Oh my god. I can't believe that gave the kill sparks. That wasn't even close.
And that one did give the kill sparks.
So I'm noticing that when JADO DI'd not poorly, he lived that with room to spare, but he held in there and exploded in a way that Worlds are not ready for.
Well, it could also be the fact that he was at maybe 20% higher than he was the first time, but he did also hold in and up.
He did hold it. Dude, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. Mando going to be taking the counter pick advantage in this set, which I'm sure will be very important as we go into Game 4 on Pokemon Stadium 2 again.
What a shocker.
We can't see the stages. I just, what else would it be?
And then Game 5, they're going to go like Kalos. Just complete left field.
Game 5 is going to be played on Summit.
I hope so.
Calling it now. Mando will have the counter pick advantage. He'll be able to control the bottom of the stage, but JADO will really be able to move around the top of the iceberg and just really drop some bombs from above.
Of course. Really good air dodge there, avoiding the Ram that definitely would have killed him.
Oh, no!
And that is a heartbreaking SD to see come out
He's
of
not
JADO.
wearing an undershirt.
No, he is not. He told me this was a jersey swap with Algie, and he told me every game, I think he said game, but maybe he did set, in Top Cut that he won, he was going to unbutton another button.
Well,
so we're seeing the full power of JADO right now. This is like
the full
Ultra Instinct.
unrestrained, unchained girth.
If this version of JADO can't get it done, then it simply wasn't meant to be. JADO getting nared, does an air dodge anticipating the third nair and gets F smash for it because of course he does.
Okay,
but a pretty clean fire.
Arrow dare.
Yeah, arrow dare cleans up the stock.
And one thing that we haven't seen as much from JADO that I would love to see, that we saw Smirk do in the winner's set against Mando, is throw out a drop zone there. When off stage, Min doesn't have too many options. This is really where it struggles. That sex kick just covers so much space and sends a
if
good
it
enough
hits,
angle.
she is dead.
Exactly. And it could be dead at like 70%, 60%. If you catch your jump, 20%.
You're 100% right. I didn't even dawn on me. JADO is trying to play the game as opposed to play Min, which is unfortunately just not something I think you
Not
can
how
do
you
against
play
this
against
character.
Min.
No.
Yeah. No, meanwhile, Mando, not having to worry as much about edge guarding since he can do it from below the side platforms, and still just pressuring JADO at ledge, able to get that megawatt, and now a stock away from moving on to losers borders.
Oh, and a really big nair into Ram. Doesn't get anything there as JADO tethers back to ledge, but this is a terrifying position to be in, especially after that back throw.
And taunting!
Taunt coming out from Mando. He's feeling himself. Gets a big dare. This should be a pretty... Oh!
Okay, hold up, though.
I was going to say, that should be a pretty easy answer. That's how he lost to Shunkers. 3 stocks. That nair is evil. But JADO, he's learned. JADO learned.
Mando, gotta be careful. Taunting while in the lead can work, but at a situation like this, you don't want it to come back and bite you. Yeah, I know JADO starting to have a bit of life now after you got that F tilt. Got him off stage. Not pressuring it though, once again.
I don't know, it feels like maybe at like, he was an extremely low percent. Maybe JADO's like, I really don't want a chance to maybe get like jump nared off to the side, explode. Opted to take the safe route, return back to neutral.
But still though, when you're in a situation like this, tournament stocks, you sometimes...
gets a big roll through the second arm.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this is Mando off stage.
This is it.
No jump. Just there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, a really clean edge guard there.
Not exactly the nair that I was talking about, but still.
Yeah, recognizes that
Game
after that
kill.
air dodge, he's a completely open target. Literally no downside, just going out there.
Yep. I'm gonna be bringing it to Game 5. The hairy-chested man.
Goodness
keeping it alive.
Gracious, that man is beautiful.
Isn't he? Game 5,
Mando
Pokemon
ready.
Stadium 2.
Yeah, they're gonna lock in small battlefield here.
I can hear the Pokemon
Who could have
music.
guessed?
Yeah.
I
No,
almost-
you know like those, did you ever play like the Start GG fantasy things?
A little bit.
Like, you know the question where it asks you how many games in top 8 will be played on Pokemon Stadium 2?
All.
Whatever the max option is, I'm picking that.
I almost feel like if I'm Mando, I kind of want less space.
I could see that. Maybe like a smash fill kind of thing. Go with the Zelda kind of idea of as long as there's less space, I can cover all of it.
Exactly, yeah, because it feels like you were right. JADO's just sort of playing this game plan of, I'm gonna wait just outside of his threat range, and then when he makes a big enough fuck up, I'm gonna just run in and then nair, fair one, you know, whatever. So I almost feel like maybe if he had gone to a stage, oh, and a really nice, see, exactly, there's that fair one up smash, doesn't kill, but like,
That
I think
up
it's
there
the point
will
of
not
con.
either.
Intriguing.
I knew it wouldn't because of the way I said it. Yeah, but I think also Mando does like having this larger stage, and PS2 in particular because of the lower ceilings, the side platforms that he can sit under, and also having a larger stage means that he can run away.
That is true. There is somewhere for him to go. Like, if you give Young Link an inch, he will take a mile.
Or two, yeah. Or he'll
If you
take a
give a mouse a
kilometer.
cookie.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's staying pretty even right now in this game 5. Even last game, it was kind of going one way or another, and we've really been seeing a lot of swings of momentum, as we're seeing right now, as Mando starts to take the driver's seat.
They really are just taking turns to set. Ooh, tries to go for a turnaround arrow. Min falls too fast. But
And it's back to even.
yeah, this is this momentum is mounting. Boomerang on shield, unpunishable option, unfortunately.
Okay, Mando just running into the corner voluntarily.
And then it jumps directly into Fares as means of getting out.
Yep. Oh, gotta be careful.
Yeah, Mondo's doing a pretty bad job. Like, he just keeps cornering himself. He spent this whole game. He'll get his hit, and then he's realizing he's going to get counter hit, and he just runs way too far away. As opposed to maybe putting on a little bit of pressure.
Okay. And it could be... Okay,
Oh my
going last
goodness,
stock now. I'm
it's an
going to
even
shut
game,
up.
Yeah.
Last stock, game 5.
Oh, no
Oh.
jump.
Okay, get him out. Get him in the corner. This is where JADO's really been making his money.
You know, he wants to jump out, hit you with that nair.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating us. I feel like it's kind of weird that he's on Megawatt here.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Mando really seems to favor that Megawatt, even at lower percents. He seems very comfortable there. Okay, got him off stage.
Off stage,
Boomerang.
no jump.
And he
Tether
just
barely makes
gives
it
it
back.
up.
Yeah. Just run out there and nair him when he tethers back to the ledge. You can run out there.
Yeah. At a 45-degree angle like that, drop zone nair will hit him.
That man is obliterated.
Yeah.
But JADO just keeps giving him up, letting him back to stage. Maybe
Yeah.
you know something I don't. Down to up air, not enough to kill. There's no rage.
Okay.
A bomb fair.
And that'll
And
do
locks
it.
it in. Wow.
JADO.
JADO cleans it up.
Tiny little pop-off. More a sense of relief than anything else, it seems.